What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, 12:57 in the afternoon on May 3rd, and it is beautiful. I actually have the day off today. Man, I've been running crazy. So much shit has been going on. All the new decks just came into the warehouse, so we have 4 new models for All I Need. They're pro models with myself, Timmy Knuth, Corey Goonan, and then we're also introducing Derek Fukuhara to the pro team for All I Need. Those decks are up on our website and they're hitting shops this week. You can check everything out at allineedskate.com, and we also just uploaded a bunch of new apparel to the website. So there's a new hoodie with a revised logo, different pack and goes. I just added this pink pack and go with a black embroidery on left chest. It's got the A logo and it says All I Need down the side. Really hyped on that. Check all of that out at allineedskate.com. And we are also brought to you by World Industries. Like I said, all the new decks came into the warehouse. So I unpacked the 3 new World Industries boards. And they're fire, man. There's a Flameboy deck, there's a Flameboy Wet Willy Together deck, and there's a Devilman deck, which is the Devilman one is my favorite out of the 3. It's fucking classic. Just classic, iconic World. Heavy brand, man. And we added a bunch of new apparel, too, to their website. So worldindustries.com, check it all out. Cool thing is, if you purchase anything from either brand, it goes into directly supporting this podcast. So that's awesome, a portion of it. And I guess that's it for ads. Today's guest is my good friend, Derek Fukuhara. Welcome to the All I Need team, homie. We've known each other for years now. You shred on and off your board, man, and I'm hyped to have you part of the All I Need family. And Erin Coffey. I've just met Erin, but what he's built with the high rise is really impressive, and he kills it. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and thank you again for all the shares, likes, and spreading the good word, man. Let's keep going. 2017 can be the best year of our lives. We just got to keep hustling, working, stay optimistic, and we got this.
Prosper. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I gotta get on this.
I just love the skating and the scene.
Rain, go away. All I need is a skateboard today.
This is the Shetler Show featuring professional skateboarder, podcaster, and All I Need Skate founder, Anthony Shetler.
So it was hot. Everyone was doing it.
Yeah, they're looking for their dad's fucking metal skateboards in the garage.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Get on this thing.
Each episode brings you amazing discussions with interesting people from all walks of life.
Kind of when skateboarding clicked for me, and you learn some tricks or whatever, and you get that appreciation from your peers, you know? The other skaters are like, holy shit, like, yeah, dude, that's rad.
Admiration.
Yeah, the admiration or the affirmation.
Real, recognized real.
If I didn't experience those crazy moments in my life, then these great moments would never be as great as they have been.
Honestly, like for me, I just loved it. Like I saw those dudes, I saw those videos, and I was like, holy fuck, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
That first. So, Erin Coffey, correct? I was just wondering how to pronounce your last name.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Just like the drink.
All right, cool. You heard his voice, so you know now. And D Fuchs, what's up, Derek? Sick. This is cool, man. Derek's been on multiple times, but this is your first time. You popping your cherry, Erin.
Yep, first time. I'm excited.
He's a seasoned vet. We're fucking like 8 episodes deep of Doobie Talk, so he's a seasoned vet now.
Fuck yeah. Well, we'll get into that. Let's start with like where we're at right now. Where are you guys at?
So, well, we're at the HQ, so we're just chilling. High Rise headquarters in Santa Fe Springs, kind of by LA.
Nice. So High Rise is your baby, huh, Erin?
Yeah. So High Rise is the baby. That's our clothing brand / YouTube channel. It's just like very 420 friendly, you could say.
Nice.
Very inspired by the by the 420 culture.
By the 420 lifestyles.
Yeah.
Well, take me to the beginning. How did you get the idea?
Shit. So the idea for High Rise, honestly, I was just kind of like teaching skateboarding lessons and just kind of being a skate rat, not really doing much, just kind of hanging out. Saw like a ton of homies that were starting to do their own brands, and I just thought it was kind of cool what they were doing, that they're like creating their own thing, and I just thought it was cool that they were doing something like that. So I was like, hey, you know what? I think I could do that too. So I was just kind of like bouncing around ideas and names, and the High Rise just honestly just kind of popped into my head like pretty easily. Like I didn't really have to think about it too much. It was kind of like really organic and natural. And like right when I thought of it, I was like, yeah, that's it. Like that's the one. Like
Yeah.
that sounds good, you know?
Yeah, it's nice when it works out that way.
Yeah.
Well, what year did you start High Rise?
So this was back in 2012, like the summer of 2012.
Nice.
It was like 5.5 years ago, I guess. So shit, yeah, it's been about 5.5 years already. Crazy.
Damn.
That's 5.5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Just flying by.
Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, boys?
I'll continue about this month.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Who's that?
So that's Roger. That's our
Embroidery
head embroidery
extraordinaire.
operator. So he's been on the machine for fucking maybe 12 hours today.
Damn,
He's
heavy.
been on there all day, so he's about to get off and go home and chill for a little bit. So
Just churning them out. Good for him.
just cranking them out.
Roger,
so
he's
many
our
hats.
It's gnarly. Embroiderers are gnarly. Like in our warehouse, like the people that do that, they go hard for like hours on end. It's insane, man.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Easiest fucking shit ever.
Yeah, it really is.
So Derek, how did you come into the picture with High Rise?
Well, I've known Erin for like fucking 15 years almost or something like that.
Deep.
So Erin's from like pretty much the same city. He's from like Villa Park, Orange area, right where I'm from. So, you know, by the time I was like 18, 19, like everybody that I knew kind of stopped skating, or everybody I grew up with stopped skating. So I kind of started skating with like younger and older homies, right?
Yeah.
And Erin was kind of one of the younger homies that was around, and he was kind of like on the program. Like he had a little VX2, and like he used to always make little edits and shit. Like we filmed like a fucking how-to nollie heel trick tip for fun, like way back in the day, like at the skate park, just super as a joke. Ended up he edited it, ended up getting like fucking 40,000 views, like way back in the day.
Damn.
So me and Erin always skated together, and then this is 2012. That was like World Days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was like just starting High Rise, I think, when you turned pro. It was right around the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I would like go meet up with Erin to like smoke or whatever, and I would see his progress of High Rise. It'd go from like he started it just getting stickers and T-shirts, and oh shit, he got snapbacks made, and then oh shit, he's got hoodies made, and then every time I would go to his house, there'd be like something new. There'd be like a heat press that he's there doing shit himself, or there's a sewing machine, or fucking label maker, sticker maker. Like every time I would show up, it would just be taking the next level, and then like everything I knew from, you know, being in the industry for however long and writing for Ezekiel for 10 years, and, you know, being on the other side of the industry, kind of helped feed him any information that I could when we'd be kicking it and watching him grow. And then the world thing ended, and he put a fucking Facebook post out, and he's like, hey, does anybody want to like edit a skate montage? And I fucking slid in the DM. I was like, what do you need, dude? He's like, I need a skate montage. And I went and I met up, and we edited it, and turned into like, you know, shooting photos and content like a couple hours a week, and then it went to 3 days a week, and then it went to full time, and now we're in like our third space, and it's just now more than full time, pretty much. You know?
Yeah. Now I need like 3 more Dereks.
Yeah, now it's like we're starting other companies, and just shit's just fucking out of control.
Erin, this leads me to you. Like, what sparked you on starting your own thing? Like, what made you interested in being an entrepreneur and like pursuing it? Like Derek was saying, like every other time he saw you, you had something new. You were pushing it. Like, what got you sparked on that?
Yeah, so really it was seeing like a couple of buddies of mine started their own brand, and I just saw them creating their own thing and like making T-shirts, and they had hats, and I was like, damn, that looks cool. Like I want to do that, and I don't want to. Like I worked at the Etney skate park, like the big ass skate park in Lake Forest, and like it was a dope job. Like it was cool as fuck, but that's not what I wanted to do. You know, for the rest of my life, obviously, is like just teach skate lessons or whatever. So I kind of wanted to do something else, and obviously I didn't want to like work for anyone. I didn't want to like have to dress up and go get a job and do all that. So kind of a mixture between that and seeing my homies do it. It was like, fuck it. Like, what do I have to lose? Like, let's try it out and see what we can do. And then as soon as I started doing it, it just became kind of like an obsession, and it just kind of like took over. I like kind of stopped skating and just went full on like business mode. Like always, like Derek was saying, like, trying to figure out T-shirts, got that down. All right, now I need to figure out how to make hats. Then we need to get this. Then how do we manufacture it here? Then how do we get the price lower? And whatever rabbit hole you go down with all that stuff.
Well, so what's been some setbacks that you've like overcame? Some ones that were tough and you just figured a way around them.
Every day you open your eyes.
Yeah, it's always fires. There's fires, you know. That's what it is, running a business, really, is just a firefighter. You're just putting out fires left and right. That's how I look at it. But shit, I mean, one of the bigger ones was when we teamed up with this sales agency. It was before we had really gone into, like, doing wholesale at all. We were maybe, like, 2.5 to 3 years old, and we kind of got, like, finessed into working with this sales agency, and they booked us, like, 60 grand or 65 grand in like 2 weeks. We got in like 43 stores, like 2 weeks. So we went from like, you know, getting a few orders online, like selling shit locally, whatever, and then boom, now we're in 50 stores doing 60 grand. Like, it was insane. But they booked all these orders, and the fucking dumbass sales rep that booked all the orders didn't collect any of the credit card forms or phone numbers or anything. So when it comes time to ship all these orders a month later, about half of them couldn't even get in touch with them.
Yeah.
So we go from booking 60 to I think we only booked like 15,000 of that, and we produced all the goods.
Oh man.
I just got stuck with like a warehouse full of like Simpsons t-shirts and like all these fucking graphic tees that we did and shit, and it was a huge like learning lesson for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't really take it as a setback. I just looked at it as, okay, now I got all this product I gotta fucking sell. And I'm going to make more money once I sell it because it's not wholesale, it's direct to consumer. So it just kind of like sparked me to like, all right, fuck, I just got to flip this now and get my money back. But that was like a big learning lesson and like setback.
Yeah, that's a heart attack. You're like, oh god, and then
yeah.
So that guy just fucked up and didn't do his job, basically.
Exactly. So that kind of led to us pulling out of that sales agency because they wouldn't really give us the time of day. It was more like men's fashion and denim and this and that. And then this fucking weed brand comes in and they're just like, it was a weird vibe. It just wasn't a good fit. So we just decided to, you know, kind of go our separate ways. And after that, we decided to, you know what, let's really focus on e-commerce and our online game and stuff like that. So, and in reality, it was almost a blessing because it kind of led us to focus on what we're strong at. And that's kind of what we're doing now. We have a really strong focus on our online sales and our e-commerce and growing our platforms through Amazon and Shopify and eBay and Karmaloop and all these different type of platforms.
Yeah, well, that leads us to the Doobie Talk. You guys just recently started your own podcast. Is that just basically for marketing, promotion, meeting people? Like, what was the main factor in you two coming together and doing it?
We started our shit, so we have our YouTube channel, the High Rise TV, and like in like 2 years we've gotten like almost 170,000 subscribers, but it's all based on like 420 hijinks, you know, like breaking the world records hotbox or fucking always hitting the greens lookbook shoot at the golf course, or we're just like turning up at the golf course. So it's all this hijinks, and this is kind of something that we like talked about since early stages of Erin even starting, even before I was working with him. I was just always told him like High Rise is great because, but especially when he first started it, he didn't really go super hard with the 420 stuff.
Yeah.
It was just kind of just pushing high rise, and I was like, you can go any direction with this. And even from day one, like I was like, I look at it like a Vice or like a High Times or like something that could be bigger than a clothing company. It could be a platform, you know?
Yeah.
So 2 years ago when we started the YouTube channel, we're like, yeah, let's fucking crack this shit with a bunch of fun 420 hijinks shit, like inspired by skate marketing or whatever. And now we accumulated this following, and we're like, let's give them value, you know? So our podcast is more of like, we're like smoking weed and we're talking business, and it's mostly business, dude. And it's like, so it's not even necessarily to market to our subscribers, because, you know, like our subscriber base isn't like, our subscriber base is like 15 to 25-year-old stoners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, they're not really interested in what the fuck we have to say.
Yeah.
But then like the small percent that is interested in what we have to say, they're super into it, you know? Because like kids look at High Rise, they've been following High Rise for 10 years and they've seen it grow, and they're like, fuck, like I'm inspired to start my own shit. And then once, the same way you're on here, like you're inspiring kids to start your own shit all the time, because you're a business owner and you're putting yourself out here. So
yeah, I like that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I like that you guys are doing the podcast. It's definitely a good way to have some depth to the High Rise too, you know? Because the videos are sick. I love the YouTube channel, and it's sick, and it's definitely, but it's cool to have this thing that you guys have, and then to grow it in different areas. And the podcast will take it off in a whole nother area, you know?
Exactly. We're trying to like create value for our community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously, like we're not the smartest fucking dudes. Like somebody who's like really smart and they're like 35 years old is gonna listen to our podcast, and like these dudes need to shut the fuck up. But like to our 15 to 25-year-old like stoner community who doesn't really know what they want to do with their life yet, and it's like maybe they have something, maybe they have hidden talents, or maybe they have creativities that they don't know about, or maybe they just don't have that inspiration around, you know? Like you're great at it, the way same thing you do when you talk to kids at the skate park. You do it every single day, like 24/7, you know? So if we could do that 1 hour a week, we'll be happy.
Is that what you said, at 1 hour a week, 1 episode a week?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we've done 8 episodes. To think that we've been doing this for 2 months, yeah,
sick.
That even makes sense. It seems like we started it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah,
that's sick. Well, take me back to your skateboard lessons, Aaron. Do you got a technique? Do you have like a formula worked out, or how'd you do them?
God, I had it down to a T. I had my 1 hour sessions. I'd hit 15 minutes drop-ins, 15 minutes doing fakies, 15 minutes on kick turns, and 15 minutes flat ground.
Solid.
So I'd take these kids to like 4 platforms and just whatever, like help them drop in, help them do fakies on the little quarter pipe. Like I just like tried to get it into like, all right, how could I get through this the fastest and like easiest way possible, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, I was like cranking. I was doing like 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. Take like a 2 hour break, and then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, like 5 days a week. So I was just grinding, and it was all like new kids. So it's kind of cool because it'd be like 4-year-olds, and then it'd be like 12-year-olds, then it'd be like 8-year-olds, and then I'd like teach like 12, 13-year-olds, and it wasn't even teaching. I was just like skating flat with them, like just playing skate and shit. You know what I mean? So it was honestly the coolest fucking job ever. Like it was just skating. Like I just got to skate, and just they paid like really well, and everybody I worked with was like cool as fuck. Everybody killed it that worked there. So it was just like a cool vibe.
That's cool.
That's like where he started High Rise too. So when he started High Rise, he was working and teaching lessons at Nice Park. Mm-hmm. So like he just started that shit there, and he started promoting shit. And once you had like all those kids,
that was a great place to like really get it like a little bit of momentum going. Like as soon as I started, I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna make sure every kid in the skate park has a High Rise sticker on their board. I'm gonna give away free shirts to the locals, like get all the local kids hyped, and then they're gonna go to school and talk about it, and then it's gonna spread, and boom and boom and boom.
Yeah.
So that was a great place to kind of like get a nice little like kickstart, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's good to have like roots in skateboarding like that, because you already have a community, because you're skating with everyone's friends. So and
exactly.
They'll support you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like the skateboard lessons. I've been doing them. Oh, you're getting another call.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, we got a fucking Amber Alert.
Oh, sketchy. What's it saying? I like your shirt.
Oh, thanks. This is one of our new 420 drops.
Yeah, I love the lessons. Anyways, I love the skate lessons. I have some with some little girls right now, and they listen and they crush it, and they're brave, and it's sick. I like the lessons because it just reminds me, like, once a week usually, to like get back to the fundamentals and be safe. And when I try to explain skating to someone, I have to like think about it from a different angle and show, like, I have to show them how to place my feet, and I don't know. I think the skateboard lessons help me a lot, a lot.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool too to like I would do it for a whole summer, and you really do like see progression when like the kid comes in and he can't even kickflip, and then at the end of summer he's doing varial flips and whatever, hard flips or whatever. You know, it's kind of cool to like see them like really learn what you put out there. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like, at a young age, you can learn so much still. You know, like when you're at that level, like you can learn 5 things in a day.
Yeah.
You know, you could drop in on this ramp,
It's
and
like
then
a
you can learn
sponge,
rock
like
to fakie on this, and then you can learn, tail drop off it, whatever. Where it's like nowadays, after you've been skating for 20 years, like trying to learn a new trick.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You're fucking dig deep. So it's sick for them because it's just like the reward is just like all coming. I mean, it's rewarding for everybody involved in the lesson.
Yeah.
And then parents.
Yeah, I always try to be cautious to like not tell them exactly how to do it, but just try to get them rolling and get them to find their balance, and then just show them stuff, and usually like just let them know it's cool. And I introduce them to people at the park and stuff like that. I never try to really explain anything in full detail, like, because I feel like half of skating is just figuring it out for yourself. Really, that's like the best part, really.
Yeah, definitely. And just getting them like that little bit of confidence. Like once they go down one ramp, then they're like, oh, okay. Like I've had so many kids that are just like shitting their pants to go down the smallest ramp, and then they hit it, and they're like, all right, I got this. Like let's get it. And then they're just like wheeling all around the park all crazy. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I focus like a lot on just pushing. I'm like, if I can get them pushing straight with a good center of balance in their front foot, like, then at least they can push around and they're gonna like have fun. That's like what it is. I'm like, I feel responsible for their experience into skateboarding, their introduction. I'm like, how can I make it as like simple, easy, fun, less pressure, and just to get them in the door so they can have fun, like, that's like, it's awesome. It's my favorite thing.
Up and rolling.
Yeah, even if it's just like if they're terrified, I would always have the kids like roll down the ramps on their butts,
Yeah.
just like on the ramp on your butt like 10 times until you like have fun. Because that's like one of the, even before I really started skating when I was like 6 or whatever, and I got like came up with my first skate toy board or whatever. It was just like me and my next door neighbor would just like butt board down our driveways.
Sick.
Like you for sure take the steps and like have fun. You don't gotta just
dive right into it. Yeah.
So some kids will.
Yeah.
6-year-olds just drop in like
And then you have those kids that are like walking up to the 10-foot trying to, and you're like, no, like slow down, like you're not ready.
You only did a 2-foot. Don't go to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are just made for destruction. That's all. Like Franklin, right? D. Fuchs, like Mike Franklin. I fucking love him. I love Mike Franklin, but he just is made for destruction. He's like a human wrecking ball. He doesn't even know it.
Dude, I want to write a book on him. I told him if nobody does it, I'm going to write a book.
It'd be a good book. You're going to title it.
I want like Rob Brink to help me write it. How sick would that be? How sick is Rob? He's such a good fucking writer.
Here's the title. Doyle, written by Derek Fukuhara and Rob Brink. Robert, yeah, thank you. I would read the shit out of that book, and I'd help sell it too.
What podcast have you been listening to?
Yes.
Been listening to Tim Ferriss or what?
Okay, I haven't listened to Tim in a while, but I've been listening to Star Talk a lot lately. I love Sam Harris's podcast, but like he just doesn't put him out as fast as I'd like. So Joe Rogan, obviously. And you know what's sick is on Netflix, Bill Nye has a show again. Bill Nye Saves the World, dude. It's fucking sick. That's what it's called.
I saw that on there, but I haven't watched it yet. I gotta check that out.
Dude, it's sick because Bill Nye is kind of like, he's very inspiring, but he's also kind of dark. He gets angry, so it's kind of funny.
Bill Nye just snaps one day.
Yeah, right?
He's a little edgy, but I like it because he's angry about the right shit, you know? So,
Bill Nye's a fucking legend, dude. Think about it. Bill Nye was killing it when we were fucking kids, and there's this resurrection of Bill Nye because he knows how to utilize social media.
well, science. We need science. He's a scientist. He's crushing it. He named it Bill Nye Saves the World, and he's just talking about current shit, and he's just explaining it. Like, here's the science behind it. Like, I only watched 2 episodes, but I was like, this is the best thing on TV that I've watched in a long fucking time. And it's cool because, you know, when you watch a movie and then they make a sequel and they fucking change the story and you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's not the story. And they just do it to make it, they think they have to fancy it up. I'm like, just do the same story, but update it to this year. You know what I mean? Because you want the same story. You don't want them to fuck with the story. Bill Nye's show is like his old show. It's like the same formula and everything. It's sick, but it's just updated. Crushing it. Yeah, Bill Nye Saves the World. Check that. Super solid. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for podcasts. What about you, D? What have you been listening to?
I was in the same show. I was in the Aubrey Marcus podcast. I was in the Rogan. I was in the Fighting Kid.
Nice.
I've just been reading a bunch, dude. I just finished that 0 to 1 book like 2 days ago. It's by Peter Thiel. He's like the co-founder of PayPal. He does like the Founders Fund, which is basically like all these fucking tech investor dudes. It's like their like investors group called the Founders Fund, and they're the dudes who like started PayPal. Like it's like the dream team. Like one of them went on to like start LinkedIn. One went on to start Yelp.
Sick.
They went on like to do everything. Like they're the fucking genius dudes. I read this dude's book on like notes on startups and like how to build the future, and it's all about like like starting companies and like technology and going from 0 to 1 as opposed to like from 1 to N.
Yeah, solid.
That's super interesting. Like I pretty much talk about that on like episodes 6 through or like 5 through 8 of Doobie Talk.
Because you're just like, that's what you're in the thick of the book, so you're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Pretty much that's what I've been on. But I was in the Aubrey Marcus podcast. He had fucking Chris Cole on.
Really?
Aubrey Marcus, the dude who owns like onit.com with the Alpha Brain and
Psychonaut.
Like, all that shit.
Yeah.
That dude's like, he's such a G. He like goes down to the Amazon and does ayahuasca and goes to like psychedelic research meetings. He just does so much shit, dude.
But wait, you said he had Chris Cole, the skateboarder, on?
Yeah.
So
he had Chris Cole on his podcast, so I listened to some of that. It was pretty interesting.
That's sick. Were they just talking about skating for the most part?
Kind of more of like I think it's a series that he does on his podcast, and it's like whenever he has a specific like professional athlete from a different sport, I think he calls it hacking flow state.
Oh, okay.
So I think, and then it was like hacking flow state with Chris Cole, but then he'll have like hacking flow state with Cowboy Donald or Donald Cerrone or whatever.
I just wanted to know if Chris Cole was doing mushrooms and ayahuasca and shit. He's just out in Street League tripping balls while skating it.
Can you imagine? That'd be so rad.
Dude, someone's done it. Cody.
Yeah, that's called Evan Smith.
Yeah, true.
Eating a handful of mushrooms and winning the contest, doing kickback lip on the fucking neck high rail at the dime contest.
Yeah, he just goes Rain Man for sure. Okay, Aaron, what do you consume? What type of media do you consume?
Similar to Derek, Fighter and the Kid, Rogan. I just started this new one though that I would recommend to you because I know you're kind of asking about doing like the advertising and stuff, and it's called The Art of Paid Traffic.
Nice.
And I just started listening to it like 3 or 4 days ago, and I'm already just like learning so much. I mean, it's kind of boring if it's strictly about, you know, advertising on Facebook and Instagram. So if that's what you're into, I'd recommend it. If not, might be kind of boring. But
yeah,
if you're trying to learn about it, like totally would recommend that.
Nice. What about
talk about on this podcast, because that's what Erin's been like found the formula to online like social media marketing, running ads on Facebook and Instagram. Like he's figured out like getting the cents per click like 10 times lower than the average. So people, like we're paying like 7 cents per click as opposed to 30 or 40 cents per click.
Yeah.
Able to so much traffic into sales, and we're like just started this new brand 2 months ago that's like, depending on how much money this dude wants to dump into it, we could do 10 grand a day in sales, and we have the company fucking up for 2 months. So
And most of your advertising would be online. It's just online. Do you do any print or any other form of advertising?
No, so like literally about 8 months ago, I started kind of dabbling with these ads and dabbling on Facebook and Instagram, and within probably a month and a half, I was able to triple our sales. And then from there, we started a new brand, and I was able to just skyrocket our followers, our sales, everything, traffic, all that. So I just pretty much like, all right, I'm going to fucking just really try to learn how to do this the best that I can. And every night just go home and read and try to just learn new strategies and tips. And it's a lot of testing and a lot of, it's really just a lot of testing. You have to test a lot of different things, from your content to your audience, to your budget, to the time you post, there's a million factors.
Yeah.
It's a lot of testing. So over the last 8 months, I've just been really trying to get as good as I can at these ads, and I've gotten it pretty ridiculous. We'll be paying sometimes 3 cents, sometimes 2 cents for a click.
Nice.
So I can drive, thousands and thousands of people to our website for very, very, very little money.
Yeah, that's sick. Did you feel like it's similar to? Did you do that with YouTube as well? Did you just fully go, hey, I'm gonna learn how to master the YouTube? Because you guys seem like you have a solid stuff going on.
With YouTube, we got kind of lucky. So we started the YouTube channel to promote our clothing brand, the High Rise. And the idea for the YouTube channel originally was this show called Two Girls, One Bong. So we brought these two chicks together, because there was a couple other YouTube channels up that were just literally I'm going to smoke 40 bong hits in 10 minutes. Just viral, crazy weed challenges. And people were watching, and they're getting crazy views. But it was just kind of these dorky, weird dudes, So I'm
a stereotypical 90s stoner.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Shot with a out of focus GoPro 1.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, we need to get, a couple cute chicks up here doing what these people are doing, and just do it, a little doper.
Genius.
So within maybe 10 episodes, it was just, people were just eating it up like crazy. We got 100,000 subscribers in the first 6 months, all organically.
Wow.
And literally one weekend, we got 35,000 subscribers because one of our videos got featured on someone else's recommended video to watch on one of the other big weed channels that I was trying to emulate. Our video got posted on there, so all their audience immediately saw our shit, and we just, boom, 2 days, it was 36,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
So the phone was just going crazy. It was insane. So they really were able to just kind of propel that. We didn't literally spend any money on advertising or anything like that on the YouTube.
Amazing. Did you have any other jobs besides skateboard lessons in this?
I mean, I was always kind of savvy on the computer. Like Derek was saying, back in the day, I would do a lot of videos and edits and film, and I was always just filming skating and making edits, and I was on YouTube back in the day, making videos and uploads and getting decent views and stuff like that. But then from there, it was just kind of skateboarding lessons, and I tried the whole college thing for a little bit, but it didn't really work out, so I just kind of stopped doing that.
Why weren't you into it?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, I just I have a hard time paying attention to shit that I'm not interested in. You could try to sell me on shit all day, but if I'm not interested, I just genuinely have a hard time listening or paying attention. And I just felt I wasn't learning anything really, just anything useful, anything that I was gonna want to do down the line. You know what I mean? I'm taking anthropology and fucking criminal justice and all this shit. And yeah, it's great. I'm learning. It's cool, whatever. But I'm not gonna use any of this shit.
Yeah.
For what I want to do, it's not useful. So I just kind of that. And then I'm not very good at algebra and stuff like that. And that was the main class I needed to get my general ed or whatever. And struggling, so
yeah,
kind of a mixture of those things was kind of the downfall.
my thing with the whole school thing is the time structure. I just hate being on other people's time. It's
yeah.
It's nice when you can be on your own time and at your own pace and rhythm. Not a lot of people get that in this world. I'm realizing that. It's sad. It's fucking sad to me that most people live on other people's schedules and times. Most people, their lives are scheduled by other people. It's fucking insane to me.
Damn, yeah, that is.
Sorry to get heavy, but damn.
Yeah.
Do you watch the news at all? Does any of that scare you? Are you optimistic of the future? Derek, this is directed at you as well.
I mean, it just depends on my mood. But like, I'm starting to realize like the last like 8 months or 9 months I've been going like pretty hard, like working and then also doing extracurricular work and starting brands with Erin and just going harder or whatever. And I feel optimistic when I'm working hard.
Yeah.
You know what like when you're working hard and you like see the reward or whatever. And I like talk about this on our podcast that we dropped today. In that book, he talks about like there's definite optimism, indefinite optimism, definite pessimism, and indefinite pessimism. And it's basically like if you're like definitely optimistic because you're like working hard, so you know you feel like things are gonna work out.
Yeah.
You know,
your emotion.
Indefinite optimism is like you're not really doing anything. You're like, I guess it's gonna work out. You don't fully believe it's gonna work, but you're not like doing anything.
It's like playing the lottery. You're like, it's gonna work out, I swear. You're barely doing anything. You're just giving your money to someone else.
Exactly.
You're not building anything. You're not creating anything. You're just giving your money to someone and hope that you're gonna win. You're optimistic.
It's gonna work out, yeah. It's like you want to do 10% of the work and let 90% happen to you, but you got to do 90% and let the 10 happen to you. But I don't know. I'm pretty like recently. I've been optimistic because I've been fucking working super hard, and I've been like reading a lot, and like feeling mentally stronger. So I feel optimistic, but I also don't watch any of that shit. So
it's hard, dude. It's fucking hard. Oh, I'll get into it in a second. Erin,
knowing that it's bullshit, even knowing that it's bullshit, even
yeah.
knowing that it's all fucking terror tactics, and it's all to sell ads, and it's all trying to turn us against each other, the right versus the left, like this team versus that team, Lakers versus Celtics, like that's all of it is to just make everybody against each other. And I don't know, yeah, it's hard to watch that shit. So when I feel like we just keep our heads down here and fucking work.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I don't have time. Like I don't even remember the last time I watched the news or anything like that. Like I get my news from literally Instagram and Facebook. That's how I get my news. Like I wake up in the morning and like scroll. I'm like, all right, what's happening? You know?
I get my news from
kind of like get your current events or whatever.
I get mine from
Chin. The Kid or whatever. Yeah.
Chin brings the heat, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that way. The only thing that I watch though is like Donald Trump has a YouTube channel. It's called Donald Trump Speeches and Press Conferences. So it's every meeting that Donald Trump, his vice president, his henchmen have with like other leaders. And it's fucking insane to watch. They're like, I don't know, it's crazy. If you want to watch it and trip out, go ahead. Because you're going to hear what the leadership and the people that are in charge are saying with other people. Like, I watched an interview with Donald Trump. I think it was Donald Trump. No, it was the vice president. Is it Mr. Pence? Is that the man? Him and the South Korean leader, they were just talking about North Korea and the problems and all that shit. And literally he said, the vice president was like, North Korea best not test the United States might, like, or like army or whatever. I was like, holy shit, like it's like reality TV basically. I'm like watching it, and he actually looked like a Clint Eastwood type too, so it kind of fit the story and narrative. And he's talking about how they're gonna make China take care of North Korea and shit. It's such a good story. There's such good stories.
Dude, we should do a fucking Trump companion podcast where we just get high as fuck and we just watch that YouTube and then we just talk about it.
Yeah, it's up. They're posting videos daily too. Just so you know, like they're creating content. They're going hard. They're like high rise. They're like the high rise right now.
The next fucking Ty Lopez.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm like, this is an operation. This is 2017. This is how people are communicating and connecting. Like even the president. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane.
It is crazy to see that, like, 2017, and the president's on Twitter talking shit.
Talking the biggest troll on Twitter is our president.
Dude, it terrifies me. It's like, but at that same time, I'm like, I've been watching all these old history shows. Like, there was some on Netflix, and they just went through all the series, and, I mean, all the generations, and it's like, every generation has some crazy shit up and down and up and down and up and down, and the stories are intense and seem like the world's gonna end. What's crazy to think is we've already been through world wars. Like, I'm so glad that hasn't happened again, but we've survived that. That's kind of trippy to think about.
I mean, that's kind of going back to the optimism thing. Like I feel pessimism towards that because every generation experiences something fucked up. Whether it's the Great Depression, whether it's World War I, whether it's World War II, whether it's Vietnam. Like, I don't consider for us Desert Storm or 9/11 to be that thing for our generation. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, we got the internet, but like I feel like we're gonna still see some.
We got the internet.
We're not immune to this shit. It's not gonna skip our generation.
Well, we went through the Great Recession. That's our thing, right?
Yeah, right. We're just gonna use that.
I hope so. I wanted to come out of that, man. That sucked for a lot of people. That was super heavy, and I'm hoping people are trying to come out of that. That's why I was like.
Oh, go ahead.
That's why I was super interested in the high rise and Erin and what you guys are doing, is because coming out, you start in the thick of a recession and you're trying to rebuild and figure out how to build a brand in America again. Like the whole paradigm changed, like from magazines and DVDs and like advertising, everything used to be locked down, and now the internet shattered all the. Now we just had the internet to figure out how to do it. Basically, that's what I feel like happens. That's what's happening. Yeah, it feels like the exciting times where it's like, here's a bunch of technology, you figure out how to build a brand and connect and gain a following and share what you know, and like, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. Did you feel like you were doing that, just experimenting the whole time, Erin? Like when you're doing this, when you started it, and just like,
yeah,
there's no formula, right? There was no formula. Straight after a recession.
100%. Like when I first started, it was like kind of when. I think Instagram like just started or something like that.
That's crazy.
And it was like always like phases. Like it's always something. Like when we first started, we were on Instagram, and like I'm always like the dude that's just like lurking on the internet, like trying to find shit and like whatever. So I'd find this software for Instagram that could go in and just, it was called a like bot.
Yeah.
So go in and just like people's shit, comment whatever. But it wasn't like the ones they have today.
Yeah.
This like bot had no fucking parameters on it, so it would literally just go fucking ham. So I would just set this thing and it would like 1 million photos in like 2 days.
Whoa.
So I was getting like 10,000 followers every couple of days, like 50, 60 orders a day, like just like literally going from 0 to 100 just by like implementing the software.
Heavy.
It was cracking for like 3 or 4 months, and then Instagram shut it down. Well, I got like 30,000 followers and like a ton of like, built like a nice platform off of that. And then from there is just a lot of experimenting and just trying different things. And even to this day, like Derek said, it's still just fucking.
That's all we do.
That's all we do
is experiment. And that's the beauty of the internet, is like you can make your little project and then you can put it out there for people to see, and you can see exactly how it performs, as opposed to back in the day where it's like, ooh, I'm gonna throw $40K into this ad campaign.
Yeah.
Did people buy our shit? Like now we can now you can do it without even making a product. You could be selling.
Yeah.
You could fucking have a mock-up on your website and be taking in pre-orders. You don't even have a product.
Yeah.
And you're just selling through your phone. Like, it's insane how easy it is now.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to become more common, like, I don't know, with the automation and shit like that. I don't know in our lifetime, I don't know how long this shit's going to take, but if it's going that direction where machines are going to take up a lot of jobs, people are going to have to figure out a way to like almost monetize their passion or something they care about, something. So I don't know, maybe in that sense we're trailblazing and trying to find a way to do it, I don't know, I hope. That's how I look at it with like the all I need thing, is like I just want to like see if we can find a way to like live what you love and keep that thing growing, like for me that's skating, for other people it's whatever. So I don't know. We're in a weird time, dude. It's fucking strange. How old are you, Erin?
Actually, my birthday's tomorrow. I'm about to be 28 tomorrow.
Damn. What did your parents do for work?
So my real dad.
You're only 28. That's so crazy that you're only 28 and you're already at it. That's so sick.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it's been about what we were just talking about it today. It's been like 5.5 years, and literally every year is just. I look back on the last year and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Like every year is such a learning curve and so many experiences and like so much shit happens every year that every year I'm just like, wow. So I just look at everything as a learning experience and just trying to learn from my mistakes and like whatever we fucked up on that year, like, all right, next year that's not going to happen. And just always trying to learn and grow.
Yeah.
So that, you know, when I'm 10 years from now, hopefully I have everything, you know, not everything figured out, but I'll make a lot less mistakes than I'm making now and kind of have more things, you know, dialed in.
What did your parents do?
My real dad started this vending machine company maybe like 15 years ago or something like that, and basically he just I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I know the gist of it. The gist of it is he puts vending machines in all these different fucking apartment complexes and stuff like that, and he just has like hundreds of these machines that he just puts all over and just kind of goes to Costco and buys the shit for super cheap and just has someone fill up all the machines, and every week just goes and collects and just kind of does the same thing.
Yeah, there's a dude like that at the skate park. He comes and collects the machine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sick.
So yeah, that's like what my real dad does, and then my stepdad is kind of a funny story. My stepdad's the captain of police.
Whoa, gnarly.
Which is like pretty funny because I have a fucking weed brand, but it's super dope because he's super fucking supportive, and he'll like wear all this shit to work.
Wow.
Like we made like Mary Jane 2016 like campaign signs for the election, and he like took them to work and was like putting them up and like took him into meetings with a big fucking weed leaf shirt on, and like nobody could say shit to him because he's like one of the head dudes or whatever. But it's like pretty funny. Like I just have this big weed brand, and my dad's like fucking captain of police or whatever.
He never had any problems with it. None of your parents?
Oh, I mean, when I was younger, 100%. Like lots of problems. I mean, like a decent amount of problems, I guess you could say. Like 17, 18, just me being a dumbass, smoking weed and partying and whatever. They weren't really having it, but they're like tone has changed a lot in the last 5 to 10 years as they've just kind of seen the progression of marijuana, the legalization. More people are using it. They realize it's not as bad as it really is, and they see me fucking doing all these businesses and doing all this stuff and working super hard, and I'm stoned as fuck every day while I do it. So it's like can't be that bad, So they're like kind of starting to adapt to it and kind of get a little like warmer to the idea now, so it's not really an issue now.
Yeah, that used to be a big fucking stereotype that like stoners are lazy, and it's like no, just 100%. Some lazy people smoke weed too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because I'm the same way. I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm like super. Yeah. I'm much like you. I like to get shit done and work and feel the fruits of enjoy the fruits of labor. So weed just intensifies that. It makes me want to do more cool. I'm just a little stoned. I'm like, yeah, I'll keep going. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's kind of like that with skating. It's like that. I like it for skating too. Plus, it's great for my my arthritis. I have like bone on bone in my knee and fucking aches and pains everywhere from skating for fucking far too long.
Yeah.
But it helps with that, the inflammation and stuff. I actually just got back from skating. Before this, I went and shredded a little bit, got nice and sweaty, and yeah, I went to the edge because it's raining out today. But yeah, there's a solid crew there. A bunch of young dudes were shredding and set up this sketchy like bank to bench thing, and I was filming a little bit. I've been filming a lot. It's been my thing. I got a Karma grip with a GoPro 4, I believe, or a Hero 4, and I've just been romping this thing. You guys seen those gimbals, the like GoPro gimbal? It's so sick.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen like iPhone gimbals are crazy.
Yeah, I have the GoPro version or whatever for the Hero, and it's so sick to film lines because it's so steady and smooth, so it all comes out amazing. Like, I'll be filming a line and like fall off my board and be running, and it looks just as stable. It's ridiculous.
No way.
Yeah, it's like cheating. It's like cheating for filming. Because you don't even have to hold the shit steady anymore. You just fucking point it in the right direction.
Dude, I remember filming, I had a VX21 with like the depth lens and the fucking light and all that shit. I remember filming our homie Brett for like hours on end, like literally 4 or 5 hours at a time, and that thing fucking weighs like 20 pounds by the time all that shit's on there, man. Like, I remember my arm and wrist just like, fuck, this shit's brutal, man.
And then that HVX, like,
the one with the huge dinner plate fisheye that's like that big, that thing.
Yo, those guys. Joe Krolik's out there in Tampa Pro, like holding his back with that thing. You know what I mean?
Those dudes are fucked. Their wrists and their backs and shit, they're all fucked up.
To hold that camera for that long, like with how many times I'm gonna bail, you need to get like a back brace and some knee pads.
100%.
Get comfortable down there. Did you ever try to be sponsored, Aaron? Did you go for the gold?
Yeah, I had a couple sponsors at one point.
Nice.
Crazy. Like, I was alright.
No, go ahead, brag. Go ahead.
Say I was okay at skating, but I wasn't anything like crazy.
Here's an Erin line. Back 180 fakie 5-0 first trick.
Damn.
And then half cab back 5-0 revert.
Nice.
Fakey tray, because you gotta do the flat ground trick after. That was like a line that is in one of like the montages that I saw the other
I have like a couple like random video parts and shit on YouTube somewhere.
Maybe start a line with back 180 fakie 5-0.
That's heavy. Yeah, you come out the gate swinging. Who did you get some flow from anyone?
Just like fucking active and fucking just like local shop shit. Nothing crazy. A couple random board companies. Nothing ever like, you know, nothing legit. Nothing, you know. I wasn't on like Girl or Chocolate or fucking. Like I was always like, that's how like I found out about Derek too. Like, cause I was a little skate rat and I like looked up to Derek. Like Derek was like the fucking.
Me too.
Like the man in Orange. Like he was like the gnarliest dude. So we're always like, fuck. Like Derek's killing it. Like,
yeah.
So like that's like how. And then like we started skating together and all that shit, but yeah, I had my little board sponsor here and there.
What about injuries? Anything gnarly, or you get out easy?
So the worst, I mean, yeah, nothing crazy. Probably the worst injury was working at Etnies, and I was in the pool, one of the big bowls or whatever, and it was raining. I wasn't even skating,
Gnarly.
and I go to run up the wall of the pool to get out. And both of my feet slip out from under me, and I just smack my face and knock out my front tooth.
Oh, fuck you, right? Oh.
Knocked out my front tooth, like fat bump on my head. I was knocked out for like a couple seconds, like probably got a concussion and shit. I had to get 5 different dental. I had to go to the dentist 5 times. I had to get a root canal, like all this shit. But somehow I never broke a bone, never had stitches. It was always just like rolled ankles and shit like that. But knock on wood, like never broke anything.
You ever jump down shit?
Like biggest thing I ever skated was like a 10 stair. Like,
but that's
whatever.
like the biggest thing ever.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. Fucking wicked smart of you.
Yeah.
You got taken out.
I was always skating like ledges and flat bars and shit like that.
You got taken out not even skating, just trying to run out of a wet pool. That's ridiculous. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. Literally.
Dude used to win a bunch of product. This fool used to like early internet shit. This dude used to like send in montages and shit and win contests, like random internet contests.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's like this website called Real Comp, like back in the day, and they were trying to be like a fucking
skate perception or something.
Yeah, they were trying to be like a skate perception type website, or like, I don't know, whatever. They had this contest, like a video contest, like upload your best edit. And it's like I made this like trippy edit, and like I skated with people that were like way better than me. So I was filming like our homie Brett do like lip slide nose blunt 270 on a curve ledge, and like I had like Derek clips, like nollie heel crook a fucking hander, like whatever. I had good shit, like good footage. So it was like a homies montage, and like I edited it all trippy, and like passed the first round, like won some product. Second round, I won $500.
Damn.
Third round, it was supposed to be a G, but they just never paid me.
Motherfuckers.
Then I got to the finals, and I lost up against this other video. It was just a clip of like this Brazilian dude just like skating a bowl, and like it was cool, whatever. It was like 30 seconds, but this dude just created a bunch of fake accounts and voted for himself.
Oh wow.
He could, like see it and shit. So that was my downfall. But
cheaters never win, bro.
I got fucking $500 in the mail for a little shitty edit I made. I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. Like,
yeah, it pays to have homies that are shredding. Like hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Derek, how's Jen?
She's chilling. She's in Texas right now.
What's she doing out there?
She's visiting her sister in San Antonio, so people are pissed. They don't get their donuts for a week.
Yeah, what's new with Caffeinated Kitchen? What's going on?
Same shit. She's just
fucking making so many donuts. My friend's delivering for her like pretty much 5-6 days a week.
Sick.
She needs to like figure out the next move still. Everybody who's like listens to our podcast is like, yo, bro, your girl needs to fucking figure it out. It's just like the same thing every time on the podcast. Like, same shit. She's just like pretty much maxed out of cooking out of the house, and she needs to figure out.
She's got to make a move.
Next step of getting into either renting a space or getting her own space.
That's a big step, though. I can see why she'd have a reservation. It's nerve-wracking.
I mean, it could put her in debt like 50 to 100K just to get it, depending on what she wants to do, you know. So
yeah.
But business is there. Like, there's people all the time that like want to invest in her, and they know that her shit cracks. But I'm like, you just gotta strike when the iron's hot, you know. You don't want somebody else to come in. There's like a couple people, I mean, not her market with the vegan donuts, but there's been like a couple little cafes popping up, and they're doing their own pastries and shit. And so
yeah, that's great. That's good. I'm glad things are going forward. I'm glad she's got it going and it's grown. For sure, that'd be sick. She's gonna have to figure out a hustle, dude. There's got to be some next move that might, because I'm always wary of like making a huge investment. It's very scary. Like a lot of times too, you got to learn how to make those moves organically, and you got to find ways to hustle it, you know, and get those inches, you know. Not all, but sometimes you hit that point where you're like, all right, it's all or nothing. I got to go in right here.
like with All I Need was like your initial startup, because you didn't get investors, right?
No, yeah, I started with just what I had in my bank account. Like, I just had a chunk of change. It wasn't even that much, you know, it was a couple $1,000s, and I was just like, okay, I gotta put this into what I need right now. You gotta put this into skateboarding, because it was around the time when the recession's going on and all this stuff, and I could just see all these brands dropping out and people losing their sponsors, and we went through that, and I was just like, I don't know, I feel like skateboarding, if you love it, you should invest in it, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna invest in what I think my version of skating is. And then I got all the kids involved and people that ride for me, and then I was like, well, you kind of take All I Need and internalize it and share it with your community and what it means to you, you know. And I don't know, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna invest in this. But I was very fucking scared to invest a lot of money, you know, because I don't have it. I was just like, I could take out a loan, I could do all this, but I was like, I'm gonna start at the beginning and try to learn it all from the ground up, literally from the ground up. Like, very little money, just get in and make moves, you know what I mean, and figure it out. Learn, like you were saying, Aaron, mistakes happen and shit, and you gotta find the money, or you gotta find the move, and you gotta keep at it no matter what. Like, that's been my thing, is like, all I need is skateboarding. I can't let that down, you know, like skating. And that was my thing with the brand, is like, when I was 13 and I found skating, it literally changed my life. You know this, D. We talk about it. Like, I found skateboarding, and I was that little kid that needed something like that to latch onto to save my life. And so I started skating, and I just kept that in my life every day. That was every move I ever made, was like, how do I keep skating in my life, and how can I do it more, because this is the thing that makes me happy and gives me community and all these epic people. And like, that's been my move with, it's like, when it comes to failure, I'm like, I only fail if I don't just keep trying to find a way. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, you can't fail if you don't give up.
It's about the war, not the battle, too. You know.
I think people.
Like, I know I'm not gonna fucking lose this war, because I'm just, you know, I might win a couple of these battles, but ultimately at the end of the day.
And honestly, it's your life. We're spending our time, our energy, our thoughts, our life into these things that we're creating. You know what I mean? With the high rise is you guys, a lot of you guys, your time and energy and sweat. So it's like, it only fails if you guys give up, you know? Like, that's why you hear about a lot of bands and companies breaking up, because people have arguments or fall apart, or some hardship happens or whatever. Or some people just have it in their head, they quit before they get there, or they lose interest. Like, it's so crazy to me. I don't know. I figured if I made the thing I loved my business, I would find a way to make it work, you know? Like, it seems.
Was there ever a point in your life, maybe when you were like in your mid-20s or something, where you were like, fuck, like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this skate shit, like, should I figure something else out? Or did you know the whole time it was gonna work out?
I didn't know it was gonna work out, but I definitely wasn't like, I never had the sense of like, I need to get a normal job. I never needed security, I guess, because, you know.
already seen it all.
Yeah, like the bottom. I've been to the bottom in a lot of aspects in my family and things that have happened, and like I've had the rug pulled out from under me a lot. So I already am like, well, I've worked my way up from the bottom. You know what I mean? So I don't know. To me, it's just like, and that's why I always say inches add up, because that's been my approach, and I'm sure a lot of people. You just go slow and steady, and when you find a problem, you find a way to move over it. You don't just brush it under the fucking carpet. You find a way to resolve it and move forward. That way you don't keep making the same mistakes. So that's like a thing in life, but that's also business. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I like that. That's why I like the podcast. I'm hyped you guys are doing a podcast, because you guys, there's depth to the brand in the fact that you guys are aware of what you're doing and you can communicate about it, and that's awesome. That gives depth to a brand. It's not just a show about smoking weed or humor. It's like a well-rounded story and characters. It's awesome.
Kind of like what we were lacking was like something we wanted to do this year more was like tell the story and kind of give the backstory of the high rise, and because a lot of people don't even know. They don't know who the owner is. They don't know who Derek is. They don't know who anyone is. They just know the two chicks on the YouTube channel. They think that they're the ones that own the brand and that they're the ones that do, like, edit all the videos and shoot all the content. And, like, so they're like, what? And then we kind of like show the story and like, no, we have a whole warehouse and we do other things, and it's just cool because we can kind of showcase like all the shit that's going on. Like day to day, we have so much shit that we're always doing or trying to do. So we always have shit to talk about, and we're always doing so much shit, so we're always learning a lot. So we always have like lessons to kind of, share, or experiences to share.
Or like the podcasts we listen to, or the books that I read, like I said, our audience is 15 to 26-year-old stoner kids.
Nice.
They're, like, watching our show, so like, probably not going to fucking Harvard. So like, let's give them value, dude. Like, let's fucking teach him some shit. Like, look, you could be an entrepreneur. You can start your own business. Like, Erin's doing all this shit, and he's 22 years old. You know? You guys do this shit. Like, if you're interested in something and you want to put your mind to it, like, the tools are there. It's just, like, kind of just regurgitating, like, everything.
And it's kind of, like, motivating, like, trying to, like, inspire people to, like Derek was saying, like, you could do your own shit. Like, one of our recent episodes, we talked about how you could start your brand for less than $250 in one day. And we gave real advice on how to do this, so some kid that's watching this can legitimately do this.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to kind of like share what we've learned and try to just like help that kid that might be watching and see us doing shit and him be like, I want to do shit. Like, I want to do something like that. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of that's like the end goal,
I like it. I like it. That's awesome. And the podcast is that's the way to do it, huh? That's sick. And it might, some of those kids that are stoner kids, they might just come over to that side as they get older, or as they, you know what I mean? They're like, start to hear that and start to go, oh yeah, I start thinking about it a little bit more and more. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think that's going to happen a lot more, as people are going to have to start their own brands or their own hustles and find a way to monetize it, something they enjoy, because if the automation and all that shit comes, even if it's the next generation, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Do you guys think about that shit, the technology and automation, or am I the only one?
No, that's it. That's that whole book I just read, like that 0 to 1 book. He's basically talking about like going 0 to 1 is like innovating and doing something that changes like the world, and has to involve technology.
Yeah.
Like going 1 to N is like starting a niche brand.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well,
like, okay,
let me
do it. That person to go niche, but to go 0 to 1, like you have to do some shit where you involve technology. You know what I mean? Where you're making like clothes, like that, like you're combining watches with the fucking iPhone to make an Apple iWatch.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let me. How far off do you? This is going to take us off to a sidetrack, but how far off are we from like real change with it? You know what I mean? They keep talking about autonomous.
He talked about it in the book, dude. It's like 2050. I forgot. It's like not that close. It's like he talks about it.
What about autonomous cars? How far off do you think that is, Derek?
That's close.
Apple just announced that they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But for everybody, but for the general public, is it going to be like just like, because right now they have it, but it's like who the fuck has it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rich people,
I think
probably.
they're just slowly gonna roll that out over the next like 10 to 15 years. Yeah, my guess.
Yeah, I wonder. That would be trippy though if in our lifetimes we actually saw the implementation.
I think in our lifetime.
Implementation. What's that?
Maybe some even gnarlier shit, you know?
Yeah.
For sure that we don't even know about.
Just wait 10 years, who knows? You know, it's fucking at this rate.
Next question: do you think Donald Trump has so much confidence and arrogance because he has a computer that's telling him all the answers? They figured out an algorithm, and the computer does it all. So he's just super confident and cocky as fuck because he's like he knows everything we don't.
I don't know. That's pretty funny though.
he just is in bed.
He's just trolling all of us so hard, just teasing us.
He just has this ultimate box in the office that's just like Donald Trump's like, what's the solution? And then he goes in there and just nails it all the time.
Or he just fucking went in there and they told him the actual truth behind everything, and he's like, nothing matters. Let's just go talk shit to everybody. This shit's fucked. Like, it's beyond aliens and nuclear war. You fucking civilians would have no idea what really is going on right now. So I'm just gonna go out there and just make fun of everybody because nothing matters.
Yeah. Terrifying. Well, you should watch that YouTube channel.
Eat an edible and watch that shit tonight, and I'll be terrified.
It's entertaining as fuck, but it's just like, I don't know. Right now, the world seems to be like, it's like Bizarro world. I don't know though. It's I feel like everyone just knows it's like a sham. They're like, all right, so we could literally put any type of figurehead, a president in, you know, but like the same people are gonna run the country. But then everyone's like, you should vote. That's why Donald Trump's in. This shit's so confusing to me because everyone's saying the opposite and they're competing, and we ended up with this guy. And I'm like,
I think Trump is just, I think all it is he's incredibly good at marketing. He's ahead of everyone on marketing. He knows exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah.
He knows what the general public wants to hear. He's gonna go out there while they're doing a debate and call the other guy a nerd. He's like, you're a fuck, whatever.
He knows it's gonna get the headline.
Then that's gonna get the headline. And he's gonna say,
he's just a PR fucking.
he's just like Kanye West. Like Kanye West fucking knows what to say. He knows how to rile shit up and get fucking attention on himself. Just like Donald Trump. It's like fucking.
It's like Cash Me Outside. It's
every
the same
like
shit.
yeah.
It's just a bunch of trolls.
He's just got that shit down to a science, and
so,
he knows it.
So then maybe we should all just admit that it's a fucking game because he's figured out how to play it, and
100%.
Anyone can figure it out. So is that what a democracy is? Anybody? But he's still rich. It'd be funny if like a really poor person could get in there, right? Like a homeless dude just rises up, the fucking Jesus.
Washes everybody. Fucking kills
We need
snake oils everybody into the presidency.
We need a Jesus that character that wants to be political. You know what I mean? Like that would be crazy. Like if it's another rich person, I'm kind of like, eh. But I guess that makes sense because the whole America's a big business, right? It's the American hustle, the dream. That was what it was. It was like the American dream, and then the dream was shattered because of the bullshit. So it's not, I don't know, trips me out.
But it's weird because it like still is the dream because there's like still so much opportunity out here for people from other countries, you know.
Yeah.
But it the bullshit at the same time.
Yeah, well, I think we have to redefine it because the American dream bursted with all the housing market when everyone's dream bursted there, and then like the bubble effect. Like the American dream bursted there, like because I grew up in the projects, and the American dream I never fucking saw it. I was like struggling, and my family was struggling, and I saw the American dream on TV. You see it on TV, right? You see it in like you go to a nice neighborhood, you see it. But then even those people were affected. The middle class, it all bursted. Those bubbles bursted and fucked everybody. So now it needs to change. It needs to be like the American experience, where people actually experience the dream that they dreamt. You know what I mean? Like, they actually live it. Because before, it seemed like they just sold everybody a dream, and then they just took it all back. Because they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have the money. Like, we fucked up. The banks all fucked up. The banks are like, oh, sorry, we gave out...
Because it's this, I feel like it's the same shit with like rap, or with like sometimes skateboarding. You know what I mean? It's like it's just marketing. Going back to what you're saying, it's marketing a democracy. It's marketing the American dream. It's marketing the rap dream. Where like rappers are out here like with their fucking double cup in front of a Ferrari that's not theirs, in front of a bunch of money that's not theirs, a bunch of fucking chicks that they're paying to be there, and then everybody just wants to live that lifestyle. Or like skating, marketing this like crazy fucking pro skater lifestyle, but it's like meanwhile fucking 90% of pro skaters are working a job.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe.
And it's like it's just the dream. It's just selling the dream, and it's like America's failed on that, but like every industry is selling their, that's marketing, I guess, right? Like that's just advertising. You're just selling your culture.
Yeah, but it has to be real in some sense. Some people just fake it till they make it. Like they follow trends and they try to like be what they want it to be, but they're not actually working for it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they gave out a lot of shit in America, and then when then they took it all back. People wanted houses more than they could afford them, But then these people gave them the noose to hang themselves. Like, yeah, sure, you can have it. It's the American dream. We're supposed to be the best country in the world. You deserve it. Like. And then, you know what I mean? They pulled it out. It's insane. It's now it has to be real. That's what my thing is. I just want everything that I aspire for to be real on some level, even if it's because we don't all just aspire for bazillions of dollars. Like money's nice and stature's nice and shit, but like joy, fulfillment, happiness daily is like something that we could obtain, without even having to sell that. You know what I mean? Like you could just live it and be happy.
Exactly.
It's hard, dude. It's hard. And there's so many fucking outlets now on social media and the internet. People are living so much time online. It's insane. And I'm sure they're going to try to find a way to monetize that and make it like a full experience, like people living in worlds. I see it with video games. It scares me because I'm like, the people live in video games. They work, come home, and they just go in their world. And little kids are creating full worlds in video games and Minecraft and shit. They're building and they're communicating and talking with each other in virtual space. They're like little creators. They're gonna take over where we leave off. It's so crazy to think about that. They're gonna have way crazier skills too. I watch little kids now, and I'm looking online. I'm like, these people, when they inherit the earth, when they're 40, the world's going to be crazy looking. Or at least this artificial world that whatever they're doing and building is going to be insane. It's going to get deeper and deeper. Sorry.
No, that's a trip to fucking think about for sure.
They're going to make the Matrix, right?
By the time our kids, like, if we ever have kids, by the time they're able to go to college, like, what is even college going to be?
Yeah.
Is it even going to be college, or is it just going to be like a fucking microchip that you put in your finger and now you're smart? Like, who fucking knows? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in the next 15 years with technology moving at this rate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like crazy to think about. Shit's just changing so fucking fast.
Tell them about the college thing.
Oh yeah, so there's like this new college that's coming out or whatever, and their whole thing is so first of all, it's harder to get into this college than like Harvard, Yale, Stanford. Like they accept a less percentage, like less than 1% of applicants get approved for this college. But once you do get approved, it's free. So, and then also this college is like partnered up with like YouTube and Google and all these like dope like corporate whatever corporations. So they like, you get approved, they're going to teach you specific traits and skills to get hired by these dope companies. And then once you get hired, they're going to fucking take part of your salary.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. So they'll bring you in, teach you for 3-4 years, help you get a job, a well-paying job. Once you get a job that's paying over $50K, then they'll take 10 or 15% of your salary for the next like 5 or 10 years or something like that.
Whoa.
So it's like a really interesting model.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they're banking on the fact that they can get you a job and then they'll make their money. They do that. Dude, this is a little off the subject, but about healthcare and mass health and shit. Apparently, like at 55, if you're on mass health, and they can take all your possessions. Like if you die, mass health can take like your possessions and stuff. And mass health is just supposed to be health insurance to help you. You know what I mean? Like, but it's kind of the same concept. It's like they give you health insurance for free, but then after 55 and plus, when you're on your way out, they own everything that you own. Like when you die, they own it. That's crazy. That's kind of like trips me out. But that's kind of definitely an interesting model, because then it puts the onus on them to get you a job, right? It's like having a manager.
It gives you them an incentive to fucking make their paper back.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I learned that. I'm like, dude, that's what happened with my mom. My mom, she passed away, and like mass health, she went and had I don't know what medical procedure she had done, but it was like 50 grand. They just started charging her, you know, like after 55, she had mass health. They gave it to her for free. She's living, like, as soon as you hit 55, they start accumulating what you collect, and then they own it. It's crazy. Yeah. I know.
That's so fucked. They fucking knock on your door one day and they're like, "Yeah, let me get that flathead screwdriver.
Yeah.
Just one thing a day.
What-
Let me get this bug."
Is there any downsides to that school that you're talking about? Can you guys see any downsides of that?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not like too knowledgeable about it. I just kind of like heard the interview with like the founder for like 10-15 minutes. He was just talking about it, and it seemed like pretty interesting. But I mean, it's a pretty smart idea. Like, it's kind of cool too, because the way they take you in is not based off of your grades. It's like more based off of like experience and based off of what you've accomplished and like certain questions you answer and shit like that. So it's not just like, what did you get on your SATs? Like, what's your GPA? Like the traditional way of fucking judging how smart someone is. Like, to judge how smart someone is there's so many ways. It's not just fucking, can you do math, or can you read a book, or can you spell good, or whatever the fuck it is. There's, you know what I mean? There's so many.
There's like general intelligence. Like some people have that. Yeah. It's not necessarily like you're super book smart either. Yeah. But that's kind of crazy though. What about dumb people? We still gotta educate them, and they can't afford. If they're dumb, they probably can't afford to go to college, and like they're probably fucked, dude. I was listening to some podcast the other day, and they were talking about the separation between like intelligent people and dumb people, and how the elite are now super intelligent, and they kind of just like they can do whatever, you know, like they've built up these structures and they're kind of dictating what the world's going to be like and putting ethics into the world through the technology and all that stuff. That shit trips me out a little bit. Something good to think about, I guess.
For sure, separation, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be like the same degree of separation, like the separation that like we used to have with like pygmies. It's going to be like the people who are up on current technology, just to the people who don't have a smartphone. That's gonna be like the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the same distance and fucking information.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's super crazy. Yeah, that shit all scares me. But I'll listen to it just to kind of like kick it around the head and process it. And like, I feel like if you take it all in and hear it, maybe it'll help you someday. Who knows? You know. So what's next? What's next on the horizon? Do you guys have plans? Is there anything you want to promote for the High Rise? Like, are you working on anything for the channel or for the podcast? And what's the future?
Shit, so yeah, we're gonna kind of like start doing this kind of shorter series for the channel, because right now the podcast episodes are typically like around an hour. So we want to do something that's kind of more short-term content and more just direct and fucking straight to the point. So we're going to start doing these like 5-10 minute videos, just showing people how to do specific things. So it's going to be how to get your t-shirts printed, how a hat gets embroidered, how to set up your Instagram marketing, how to build a following. Just like very useful, kind of like everyday things that you can apply and use in your business or to start a business or stuff like that. So it's kind of just like shorter term content. We're gonna start doing those uploads on the channel, and then for the brand, we're always just pumping out new stuff. Like every month, pretty much, we put out like new drops and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. We're always just kind of cranking along here. Always something new. So
yeah.
You can check it out. It says Instagram's like @thehighriseco or just thehighriseco.com. And yeah, like I said, we're always doing shit, so there's always new content and uploads and product.
And are you on Facebook too?
Yeah, Facebook as well. Same thing, just the High Rise Co.
Sweet. Derek, you excited, man? Dude, the boards are coming in like any day now. I think they're shipping tomorrow. So
that wing skated with Timmy this weekend.
Yeah, I saw some of the clips. Dude, it's fucking sick. I'm glad you guys linked up.
Yeah, I just went down there, just skated like one spot in one little like skate park. Sickest skate park ever. It's just one manual pad, a flat bar, and a box.
Which park is that?
I don't even know what it's called. It's just perfect. It's like the best manual pad ever. The best side, like perfect, dude. Just in a little square at this park.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, like a mini cherry.
Like the old cherry though, not the new cherry.
Yeah, like half the old Cherry was dope.
The new Cherry is almost like a skate park, huh? There's still no quarter pipes really, just that janky one on the side.
Yeah, I think so. I've been at Cherry like a year.
What's on the back wall there? Is it like two faces right there made out of blunt wraps? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
That's like the Two Girls One Bong logo.
Oh, sick.
They're the girls. One of their homegirls like saved all of her blunt wraps and made that.
Damn.
Yeah,
pretty crazy. Yeah.
Who's been some of the more interesting episodes of the High as Fuck with? You've had
James.
Dude, how many?
James 100.
That dude's crushing it. How many episodes do you have of that?
No, that was pretty much like, was Shetler's the last one we filmed?
It's one of the last ones.
Yeah, that was pretty much towards like the end of the first season. We probably did like 12 or so, 13.
12 or 13, yeah.
Something like that.
Nice.
We're gonna relaunch it. We're just like kind of ended it as we're moving into the new space and kind of getting settled in. Now that we're all settled in, we're probably gonna get that shit going again too in the next like month or so.
Yeah, now that we have a space, like an actual space, not that like upstairs attic place that we brought you to that we got hostage by King James and his cousin.
Yeah, and was that the spot on I think it was a Snapchat maybe, where you guys were just smashing the fucking walls out?
Yeah, that was it was like perfect timing. Like we were just about to move warehouses and we hit 100,000 followers on Instagram, so we're like, let's fucking break some shit to celebrate or whatever. I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but we just had some fun and just.
Yeah, you had to like break that wall down anyway, so you just fucking take that bitch down.
Either way, it was going down. So what a better time to celebrate, you know?
Why? You said you've been in 3 spots so far?
Yeah, so we started. The first spot was about 1,000 square feet. It was just like a small office in the front, like a little warehouse in the back. We were there for like 6 months. We moved from there to our second spot, which was like 2,500 square feet. That was the place that you came to.
Yep.
We were there for about 2 years, and then about 3-4 months ago, we just moved into the newest spot, which is about 10,000 square feet, and now we're in Santa Fe Springs, kind of by like LA.
Nice. That's sick. And each time it was just you needed more space? You bringing in more machines or just more product, just more space?
Yeah, so like the first spot we had 0 machines. The second spot we had a screen print machine and 2 embroidery machines. And then the third spot, now we have 5 embroidery machines and 2 screen print machines.
Oh,
so
shit.
we're just constantly adding more machines and taking on more clients and brands, and we're actually adding more people to our team in the next week or two. We're going through resumes right now and trying to get some help in here, and just like constantly trying to grow and just keep it pushing, really keep growing it.
Yeah.
Catch up.
Yeah,
I feel like we can like figure out the growing part's the fun part, and then like trying to get the back end of everything and the fulfillment and the shipping and everything. We're like, fuck.
Yep.
Like, we're head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good problems to have, man. Thank you guys. This has been awesome. I'm hyped you both came on the show. It's fucking sick.
So yeah, thanks for having us. This was dope.
Yeah, no worries. And hopefully I can make it out your way sometime soon. I'll come by, check out the new spot, and smoke up with you guys.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll have you on Doobie Talk.
Hell yeah.
Skate car music, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And I'm psyched, Derek. Like I said, the boards are probably shipping tomorrow. They'll be here probably before the weekend, so I'll ship you out a box of your boards, dude.
Put it on the wall.
Go to allineedskate.com and use the code word FRUITS.
Hey, once again, thank you, Derek, and thank you, Erin.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, doggy.
Peace.
Last thing before we go, I'd just like to thank the sponsors. Thank you to All I Need. Like I said, there's our brand new Seafood Vengeance decks is on our website along with new apparel. You can check that all out at allineedskate.com. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/allineedskate. And thank you to World Industries. World Boards are back. for the first time in a long time, man. And skateboarders are in charge. World's in the All I Need family now. It's in-house with us. And we're building a skate team for World, just like we did with All I Need. And we're building the apparel. And we actually have access to footwear now, too. So I have a pro model shoe for World. You can check it out at worldindustries.com. I'm really proud of what we designed. It's a great skate shoe. Team's coming along, and look for all this in the future, man. Check out allineedskate.com and worldindustries.com. And like I said before, if you cop anything from these brands, a portion of that goes directly into supporting the show and allowing me to have the time to have fun with you guys. Thank you.